used to be taken for granted that only rebellious young boys could pick up guitars and head out to the garage and wail away until they drove their parents nuts. Today, in several cities across North America, punk rock is making a comeback, but it's in the hands of bands with names like Bikini Kill and Chicken Milk, and they're girls. Riot girls, to be exact. Feminism with an attitude.
What do you do with a revolution? This question was asked on the track Rockstar by Whole frontwoman Courtney Love. She wrote this in retaliation against the infamous Riot Grrrl movement. But what was the revolution? Why was there a revolution at all? Who started it? With the misinterpretation of this movement, she surprises any information about it so, which is why I'm going to try and give you the full history of the Riot Grrrl movement. It's the early 90s in Washington, USA. Most people recognise the early 90s for the famous grunge movement, but in Olympia, a different movement was starting. Neighbouring Olympia, Seattle was the epicentre of punk and grunge music, and the Olympia girls wanted to join in too. Looking back at her time in the movement, Madigan Shive stated, "I remember looking at all these girls in the corner of the room and wondering why they were holding these jackets. And I remember overhearing a guy say, 'Oh, those are the coat hangers.' It's not that these girls were just there for their friends or their boyfriends. They actually wanted to join in, but were excluded." After facing this discrimination for so long, they began writing about their experiences in little homemade underground texts called zines. Zines or zines are underground niche texts that give space for people to share their artwork, their beliefs, their hobbies, news in an unfiltered way. The reason these women took to zines is because they were inherently countercultural, and it's rumoured that it's because a popular zine called Sniffing Glue stated that girls could never be punks, and using zines, which was used to fight against them, they reclaimed them to fight back. These zines started to pick up popularity, such as Bikini Kill, Gunk, and Jigsaw. These zine makers began to join together and become friends. In 1991, they held a meeting for all girls to join together and make a new magazine, or a zine, and talk about their problems in their local communities. From this meeting, they started a girls' night, where they could come together and teach each other how to play instruments they told they couldn't play, to take care of each other and trade zines. After a while, girls' night became a massive thing, but unfortunately, it caught ear of the same punks used to exclude them. Kathleen Hanna, from the band Bikini Kill, named after the zine, decided to create a call for the Riot Girls to prevent them from becoming the coat hangers again. This call was Girls to the Front.
Girls to the front. I'm not kidding. All boys be cool for once in your lives. Go back.
Because of this, Kathleen Hanna started to get a lot of unwanted attention from the other punks. Because of this call, she was hit, ridiculed, and assaulted on stage. She would fight back, and from this, she published the Riot Grrrl Manifesto.
Because we are angry at a society that tells us girl equals dumb, girl equals bad, girl equals weak. Because I believe with my whole heart, mind, body, that girls constitute a revolutionary soul force that can and will change the world for real.
In 1992, a group of Riot Grrrl bands, zine makers, artists, photographers, and videographers held the Riot Grrrl Convention in Washington, D.C. This was an event where these girls could come together and connect with each other. After this, the Riot Grrrl started to spread out from Washington to all over America, and then internationally. A UK-based band named Huggy Bear started in Brighton. During this time, American Riot Girls were being harassed by the media, but Huggy Bear refused to ever be interviewed by the press. The only true media representation they got was after they performed their hit song Her Jazz on the TV programme World. After they finished their performance, the presenter started saying derogatory things about women, so they rebutted and were forcibly removed from the studio. After this performance and many other incidents, Riot Grrrl started to get a bad reputation for being loud, abrasive and separatist. Even the Riot Grrrls were starting to have inner conflicts with one another when black queer Riot Grrrl Dasha Bakim, author of the Zine Gunk, stated that they felt Riot Grrrls call for change, but I question who it's including. It started questions on if the movement was really for all women. From this, black Riot Grrrls started to create a sub-movement called Sister Girls. However, all attempts to create a more inclusive environment got overshadowed by the artist Courtney Love, who had a personal vendetta against the girls. The witch hunt against Riot Grrrls had begun. It has been over 30 years since the Riot Grrrl movement started, and its effects are still relevant today. You know the term girl power? It was created by the author of the Riot Grrrl Manifesto, Kathleen Hanna. She wrote on a whiteboard women and men and wrote all the terms related underneath it. She crossed them all out until she got girl and power. As I've researched the movement, I have seen why it was so important to so many girls. While the media painted the movement as inherently political and wanting change, it was never meant to be that way. In the 2005 documentary Don't Need You, many prolific Riot Grrrls discussed how Riot Grrrl was never meant to spread further than their local music scene. It was about keeping each other safe and telling each other that it's okay to like music and art and other things that were painted as dumb or immature. When I think about today, how often is it when you scroll through social media, is there someone calling a girl's interests dumb or cringe? But when men do it, it's inspiring and cool. It's something that keeps crawling back into our society, and I think that's why Riot Grrrl was so attractive to young women. Riot Grrrl was truly a revolution.